So this is my last issue, important issue video talk or explanation as to my concerns as well as passions and thoughts. And the issue is media. So right now I'm by a softball field. And yeah, for me that's really important because a lot has happened on a softball field for me, starting with t-ball and going up through senior year of high school. So yeah, it feels like home, any kind of softball field to me. And this is the stadium that I'm sitting on. But media. I went to school for communications and media and took communications classes and learned about media. And what fascinated me the most was mass media because that has the greatest possibility and does shape our social consciousness. And that is huge for us as a society, what our social consciousness is. And it's important to note that we do have the power and ability to change our social consciousness. And for mass media, right, there are only certain people who have the power and ability to make decisions as to what is promoted and what is seen at that level, such as like movies in the theater and music on the radio and all of that. Media and our social consciousness, that connection is to me very important and can be very vicious. And usually when I look at things, that's usually where I go, right? The good, the bad, the ugly. And I would say that our social consciousness is not where it should be, right? Like my other topics can note that that I've seen and I've heard and I can understand where we've gone wrong, and I've kind of noted it in those videos and this video where we're going wrong, and specifically with mass media, the decision makers, and what they're deciding to promote and show. And I'm just going to boil it down because I don't want to talk too much, because about mass media, because so I'll get to it. Specifically, like the role, the lack of women in making those decisions, such as directors. It's just like crazy. Like if you look at the numbers for like who's producing music and all of that, and the lack of women, and who's consuming, right? 50% of the population are women, 50% of men, about. So, and that goes to our politics, but we're not talking about that. Mass media, music in general, and directors. And there's women talking about this as well, just as the other topics. There are other people who are saying the same things I'm saying. And so I just think it's important for us as people, individuals, and as communities and society as a whole to understand the relationship between mass media and our social consciousness, and just, I guess, the general conversation about social consciousness and like what it is and like how it impacts us in our everyday lives, I think is very important. And so, yeah, I think that that kind of sums it up, is that relationship. And that is why media is so important to me in talking about and discussing and changing and problem solving. More women directors, more women decision makers in the music industry. And you know, the race and sexuality, that's all in there too, as to what media is chosen to be promoted and sold and at the mass scale. Yeah, so it's something to think about, social consciousness and what shapes it, and mass media has a direct root in that, or route, or direct, or just it plays a large part in it. So, yeah, that's my last issue. I did 5 that are important to me, and I hope in discussing them, it helps better understand me and my voice and what's important to me. Yes, there are other topics that are very important to me, but those seem to be the big hitters that I am glad I was able to convey in these videos. Yeah, try to sum them up, but the first one, they're important to me. The second one was sexuality. I'm done. But yes, thank you for listening to these videos on issues that are very important to me. And it's been a lovely day. And thank you again.